You know, when you listen to radio advertisements, or I should say, you know, I hear them on the radio, maybe you do as well, and you may see them on television. They have sometimes advertisements for financial investments and products of that nature. And usually at the end of the advertisement, they say past performance, and they have the narrator or the advertiser quickly, past performance is no indication of future results. Well, actually, that's probably obviously a good caution if you're deciding whether to invest in an investment. But it's a pretty good rule of thumb for politics. Past performance is an indication of future results. And that's why the swamp and the deep state hate President Trump, because he breaks that rule. He ain't your ordinary politician. He, believe it or not, he thinks he's president and should exercise his authority there as such. And he should fire, and he thinks, well, I can fire the FBI director because he's corrupt. And they're outraged that he did that, because that rule of thumb isn't working for them anymore. They don't know what he's going to do. And they pretend because he does things differently than prior presidents, it's corrupt, as opposed to maybe just getting back to the basics of the presidency, where the president runs things as opposed to the administrative state. And let me be clear, I think the president should be even doing more. But the fact that he's doing just this little bit more in terms of trying to drain the swamp is just causing outrage. And they're willing to try to put him in jail over it, folks. So I don't know what Attorney General Barr is going to do. I think he deserves an A+ for his handling of the Mueller report, because certainly you can see he really blew up the scheme, it seems to me, the Democrats and the Mueller partisans had in terms of going after President Trump, because I think their view was they were going to release this 448-page report, which I told you don't have to read because it's a scam, but you can read it if you want to prove, if you don't believe me, read it. The first part shows no collusion. The second part shows no obstruction. And that's the report. So Mueller gets this report. He sees 448 pages. I know what's going on here. You're just trying to paper the record, Mueller special counsel. You're, even though exonerating the president fundamentally on collusion, while refusing to acknowledge he didn't obstruct, you put a bunch of material in there to suggest that he did. I'm not going to let that go out until I review it fully, and I'm going to get out the basic conclusions. No collusion. Oh yeah, you don't want to come up with you're going to suggest he committed obstruction? No. No obstruction. I'm Attorney General. I'll decide whether there'll be a prosecution there. No obstruction. And so the left was furious because it was 10 days of the truth out of the Justice Department. So I'm hoping he follows that A+ performance with significant prosecutions of those who broke the law on Spygate. But we're not going to rely on that, because I still believe in that rule of thumb. We're not going to wait for the Justice Department. I mean, if we waited for the Justice Department to do anything, we wouldn't know anything. We wouldn't know about FISA-gate. We wouldn't know about Spygate. We wouldn't know about the Clinton emails. Judicial Watch provided that. We wouldn't know about the IRS scandal, the Benghazi scandal. Fast and furious. The Justice Department has been the center of the storm in virtually every major political scandal in recent memory. Why would we rely on that agency?